We are live. Hello.
Very good. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to Chat TGR. I'm Dan.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joe.
Hope you are having a wonderful day. I've been filming today. We had Jeff McElwain on today.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
cool.
was really cool. He's over. He's doing a tour and some masterclass stuff, and he stopped by and we filmed with him, and it was super inspiring.
I think I've got the chap we had in yesterday, Patrick, was going to one of Jeff's clinics maybe on Saturday.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Is he doing it with Ainsley List?
Yes.
stuff? Yes.
Yes.
I've got a chap in for a board build. Really lovely dude called Patrick. If you're watching this, hello Patrick.
Yeah.
He's going to the one on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's a great guitar teacher, but most people will know him from his True Fire videos.
Yeah,
He's done
yeah.
loads of courses. And he's such an inspiring guy, and he gave me a couple of nuggets that really helped me out.
Oh, cool,
That's
man.
cool, man.
Yeah, which I'm going to keep to myself.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
No,
okay,
so
that's
the
fine.
biggest thing that he said was everything that you practice, even if you're just practicing a scale, make it musical.
Sure.
Sure.
Make it
Yeah.
because I had this. Sorry, into tangents already, but I had this unbelievable experience with Robin Ford, where he just said, sometimes you can just play the scale, and he played a whole half scale just straight up the neck. It was like it was music.
Yeah, right,
And
okay.
it doesn't sound like that when I play it,
Yeah, sure.
and it's so frustrating. But he's just everything he plays, whether it's
musical.
it's just music.
That's
Yeah.
such an
You
important
So
thing, man.
really good. Anyway, welcome everyone.
Again.
Massive thank you, of course, to BV, who's our guardian angel, knight in shining
He's kind
armor.
of like the fifth musketeer.
He is. So thank you, buddy. And of course, on the controls today we have Lizzie.
Lilybet.
Hello.
So yeah, Lizzie, who do we have on today?
We have lots of people. We've got Justin from Minneapolis,
Hey, Justin.
Minnesota.
Hey, buddy.
Andrew Jones, Scott Curry.
Yo.
We've got Gav Thorpe,
Yo.
Hey, Gav.
and we've got Zoot Allures, morning gents, Long Island, New York, reporting for duty.
Yo.
So,
Michael Giliberto says, while waiting for Chat TGR to start, I ordered a G3. Finally.
That's incredible.
Hey.
Thank you,
So
buddy.
good.
We
I think
really
you win.
appreciate you.
I think
mate.
you win,
We appreciate
actually.
you. That's great.
That's my kind of procrastinating and
Yeah.
waiting. That is.
Yeah.
I respect that fully.
Shout
Yeah.
out to John Smith as well. Came in earlier.
Yeah, you missed John Smith.
No.
John came today.
Man, that's the second time I've missed him.
Yeah, he's a wonderful human.
He is
being.
just a wonderful human being.
I could do with a hug from that man, actually.
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
a great hug.
such
He's
a good hug.
He's got
Yeah.
such a good hug.
His hug game is
Yeah.
world
Yeah.
Very
class.
strong. Zita Lewis is on. Morning, gents, from Long Island, New York, reporting for duty. G'day, mate. Michael Giliberto, Paul Matulovich. Fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah, really wonderful.
The whole gang's here.
Mr. Rice said you had me at Jeff Beck. Yeah, so there's a lot to discuss today. We've got some new pedals that have come out that look super cool. There's been a couple of shots of pedal boards that have surfaced online that have got some of our stuff on it. So one being Jeff Beck's board, which we'll get into in a bit. And of course, finally, the G3 update has been released.
Yes.
Launched.
Here.
It's out.
It's here.
done.
It's tangible.
So
it's real.
We're going
it
to
exists.
have a quick look at that as well. Yeah. So why don't we get into we'll get into the pedal news, but of course, if you have any questions at all, please just write them in the chat and we'll get on it. Yeah,
Things
things.
and such.
There we go.
Stuff.
So what are we
Shoot
going to
the
start
breeze.
with today? The Beautiful Noise Effects Endless Sleeper 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
2.
Number 2.
From the makers of the first one. No, this thing seems really cool. So it's got analog drive-through because I know you're passionate about that. I can check that as well.
Yes, thank you. And I need to make a correction from last week, and you need to make a correction from the week before.
We're going to do correction section. That's what we said
Correction
we're going to call
section?
it, right? Yeah.
All right.
This is good. So we're going to have a quick correction section. The
Okay.
floor is
What
yours,
What did you mean
gentlemen.
Before I've forgotten.
The week before was the
Polyverb thing you
polyamp
said?
simulator.
What did I do wrong?
Said it was analog. It's
Jeff.
completely digital.
Oh.
But anyway,
You're sleeping
I
on
was-
the sofa tonight.
I was gutted to find out that we had a quick look at the Wampler delay reverb pedal.
Catacombs.
The Catacombs, and it's not analog drive-through, which makes me sad inside.
One
but
time,
it's okay
sad
because I
Dan.
have a Source Audio collider in the car for a very special project that we're working on
Ooh.
upstairs. You guys know.
Oh, that project.
That project.
Oh, you're not even ready.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
my correction
section of the day.
Brought to you by.
Yes, but this does have analog drive-through.
Okay.
So it's 2 delays that you can run into each other. It has a glide.
Cascade. A cascade.
Cascade. That's how
Cascade,
Dan
mate.
would say it with his Australian
Whoa.
accent. They're cascading to each other, and then there's a bit crushing on the end of that as well.
Oh my goodness, you're joking.
It's got I can't remember the word they use. That so it's an on and off switch, and then there's a foot switch that takes the feedback to full and gives you sort
Like
of
a ramp.
crazy oscillation. And yeah, you can ramp the level of that. You can even go straight to Satan or ease yourself in.
There's a t-shirt.
Yeah,
You know?
straight to Satan. That's
Little meander or straight to it.
what else has it got going on? You can there's a glide control which is really interesting that you can pitch modulate the delay and
Oh,
get
okay.
it to
Like a
jump up in.
like a gliss
Yeah.
Yes.
type thing. Yeah, okay.
But it's awesome, man. Emily Harpist lady.
Is this harp?
Yeah. This is harp.
Is this harp?
This is harp specifically.
You play harp this way.
I do. I've got quite long arms,
Yeah.
brother.
She's so great.
She
amazing.
did a
She's
phenomenal
so-
video on it. It sounds gorgeous.
Yeah. She's just so musical. And
Yeah, she really
it's
is.
creative and stuff, and wonderful.
She described it as being like walking through a wintry forest
Yes.
alone.
Yes, that is.
Alone.
She was like, it had to be alone. That's the important
Far
part.
out, man. Okay,
Which I think might be the greatest way to describe a pedal.
Yeah.
that's great. That's really cool.
That's really, really cool. I was not aware of the Mark 1. I don't know about you two chaps.
I was.
You were.
It was just slightly less
gatekeeping out of you.
Yeah. It was just slightly less feature rich. It
Yeah.
was similar idea, but less controls.
That bit crushery side looked smaller in the controls and stuff, yeah. But it seems like a really cool pedal.
Nice. Okay. Gav Thorpe, bravo on 757. Works like a charm. Thank you, mate.
Thank you,
yeah,
Gav.
honestly, it's been almost a year I've been working on that. I know.
I need to shout out Gav as well, actually. With in the last couple of weeks and stuff, he's been super helpful, like dialing in features. And there was a bit of a bug on the tap tempo MIDI clock side of it. And I was literally just pinging it to Gav and getting his feedback straight away. And he was super cool on that. So thank you, dude.
Because always the thing with this stuff is sometimes you feel like we're all so close to it that you need someone else to go, have we actually lost
yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Are we
completely.
actually insane?
That wording makes no sense. And you go, well, sure it does. But it's because the three of us have been screaming it at each other for 9 months.
Yeah. Scott Curry says, hello from Boston. Hope all are well, including BV and Lizzie off camera.
Yo,
Woo,
Scott.
thank you.
I think we're all good
I'm
this
going to
week,
wear
aren't
my
we?
Boston Bruins jersey one day for you, Scott.
I'm over the lurgy, which was just the worst thing. But
It is
I'm
not
really
good,
cold at the moment, isn't it? I don't know how you're coping with the cold.
Yeah, it snowed here yesterday, like a pathetic amount, to be fair. It's not like you go out and you've got piles of it, but it is technically snowing here, isn't it?
But Dan's from down there,
Down
where it
under.
never snows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that snows in Australia. I played at the opening of a massive resort in, I forget what it's called, but there's the snowy mountains, and of course
Is that up in the
it's
north?
called the Snowy Mountains.
Where is it in Australia?
It's sort of on the border of New South Wales and Victoria,
Interesting.
and it was really beautiful.
No, I had no idea.
Perisher?
I
think it is.
didn't know snow in Australia was a thing.
Oh no, it's I mean,
'Cause I
every
remember
now
you-
and then you've got to give it a hand with the fake snow.
Right,
Yeah, of course, like anywhere.
Because I remember your brother coming over and visiting you a few years ago.
Yeah.
In January, and it was snowing here, and he looked like that episode of Friends when Joey tries on all the Chandler's clothes, and he had so many layers on. He was like, "What is this? This is horrible." An Australian man from like summertime to fly to England in the snow. I felt really sorry for him.
Yeah. He's coming over again actually next year. So
Legend.
that's cool. A question from Scott Curry. Any thoughts on making a smaller Gen X 14 for smaller boards, something like a Gen X8. Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's a great idea. I guess it's
think that's
how
worthy.
small you could.
Because then we could also have, we had a Gen X8, and you could take the 24 volts out of the Gen X14 and power the Gen
And
X8
chuck
with it,
the
and you could
little on
expand
the
your
end.
board.
Yeah.
Scott, what have you done?
There's another. There's a new product.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott. Well, that sounds great. Let's do it.
Graham Martinelli says, "Hi gang, I've got a G3S powered by a Strymon Ouija with a current doubler. Unfortunately, that still doesn't seem to be providing enough power/current. Any potential solutions?"
What is the output on the Ouija? That's the small one, isn't it?
I think because the Ouija
need to
is
check
a
it.
satellite,
Yeah.
I think that's going to struggle.
Let's have a
Yeah.
look.
It
How are we
works.
spelling that?
Ouija, OJAI.
It works
sure.
with the Zoomer on a current doubling cable. It has
Yeah.
to be on a current doubling cable. I've tried that before.
Yeah.
That works. But yeah, I don't know. As you say, because it's a satellite one, maybe it's...
Yeah,
Not-
because it's meant to be 500 milliamps out of each output, so it should work.
Yeah, there should.
Is it really 500 milliamps?
Yeah, that's the thing. And the G3S needs an amp.
Yeah.
You've got to have a
Those
a nice
screens are
comfortable amp.
hungry.
So
I
yeah.
would say if you're powering the OJ from the Zoomer, then the G3 should go on the Zoomer.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
If
And that
possible.
definitely works. We've done
Yeah.
that on a bunch of
Yeah.
boards. And
That works 100%.
yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, mate. Yeah, hope that helps. But if you have any more questions with that, just contact support and let us know how you get on. Yes,
We'll drink too much
wanna
coffee
Make
and
sure you're taken care of. Cool.
Any more for any more at the
Cool.
moment?
Any more that I've missed, Lizzie?
No. Well, Zoot Laws has just said, Keeley Halo being delivered tomorrow. Any need to dive deeper into the pedal past Andy's presets?
Yes. So the Halo, you turn it on, you get the Andy preset, and it's mega, but absolutely explore it, because what that thing can do is amazing. If I had a compact board and I had to get one delay in a small spot, that would be the
That's
one.
the one.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's extraordinary. And I had a chat to Robert last week, and it's astonishing what they're capable of doing now, all in-house. But knowing the journey, because I introduced Robert to Andy.
I mean, that's crazy in itself, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making magic happen. But I introduced, and I just remember, because Andy's like one of my best friends, and I adore the man. I adore his music. He's just, and I remember him saying, I just need this sound, and that's all I use, and I'd love to get something specific for that. And I just thought, Robert Keeley,
I mean,
he's the guy.
When has Keeley ever released anything not?
But the really cool thing about that is it took them a couple of years. Andy has the best wing nuts in the world, ears. And he really does. I mean, what that guy can hear, is
How are your wing nuts?
is amazing.
Forehead.
You guys have got large circular objects in your wing nuts.
Because we were irresponsible kids, and when our mums went, don't make them bigger holes, we went, no, mum, I'm going to listen to Corn and stretch my ears, and now look at me.
My mum bought me to get my first piercings. She was,
Oh,
all,
really?
she was all in.
Do you really?
But I've
Yeah.
got cauliflower ears, so they don't do me any
Oh,
favours
really? Is that
whatsoever.
from...
Jiu-jitsu? Yeah, from man cuddling.
Struggle cuddling.
But anyway, Andy's, what was fascinating is because before that, Keeley had the Echoes, which is a great sounding delay.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they sort of used that as the platform. But Andy took his two memory men down, and they sat down and just like, no, it's not quite there, not quite there, not quite there. 2 years they tweaked and tweaked and tweaked until they nailed it. You plug that thing and it's like
It is
far out.
ridiculous.
It
It
is
is
so,
actually
so
ridiculous.
good. And
Especially that it's like this big.
yeah. And what Robert was so excited about was that relationship, and when they really got into the weeds with it, he just said, "Oh, it was really wonderful being able to explore what we were capable of as a company,
Yeah, man.
and actually get there."
Yeah.
And it's led them into things now that's like their new reverb pedal is incredible. Just, sonically, and it's simple, and it's really easy to dial in, but they've used all that work with and dialing things in with Andy to just have the platform is next level now with the Keeley stuff.
That's amazing.
So absolutely explore the Halo. It's so good. Cool. Okay, so 15 minutes in, one pedal down.
There we
Not
go.
bad.
Killing it.
Right.
Absolutely killing it.
96 pedals to
Beatronics.
go.
Sorry, the beautiful noise is 380 Australian dollars. Is that right? Is it an Australian
Yeah, we
pedal?
like to be inclusive for you, my man.
Yeah, sorry. I couldn't find it at short notice.
That's fine.
380
I believe
bongo.
Buckaroos.
Bloody hello.
Dingo dollars.
There you go.
Yay.
I'm a celeb is back
Feral
on.
Bogans, mate. Feral Bogans.
So
Galah.
the Beatronics Lava.
Yes, this is cool.
I mean, it's fair to say whenever Beatronics release anything, it's like
We're all in.
it's like the end boss of that
Agreed.
type of effect, like their chorus.
Yeah,
is-
you were literally geeking out this morning. You sent me a video on their chorus. But we're not going to talk about the chorus. We're going to talk about the phaser, the thing that they've actually released, opposed to talking about something else. It's again their crazy platform of having the two effects that you can ramp between the two sounds, and you
Right.
can sort of morph. I guess that is the term they use.
Yeah, yeah,
morph into the two sounds.
You know what we mean.
Yeah. I was
Start
my brain
here,
was like
finish
phasing in, but that felt too corny. Too corny. Again,
Mate, it's just going off. It's going off. It's going off today.
it's been a very feral day, isn't it?
It's
Chad?
been feral.
Yes, but again, because it's Beatronics, it's a phaser that's also got a ring mod going on in it. It's got like a
Yeah,
vibrato
Yeah,
going
because
on
if you
it.
get the phase quick enough, then it ring mods.
Yeah.
Full MIDI.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
We were talking about this earlier, right? The only downside, not top mount jacks.
Okay.
It's quite a big pedal.
10 out of 10 for me
Yeah,
if it's
okay.
top out of jats and you can have them all in a line.
Yeah.
If you listen to Beatronics, 9.9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I understand if you don't
awesome.
want to completely redesign your entire
But
pedal
But
range.
it's a 6-stage phaser.
Yes.
Fundamentally, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
with two sounds because you can go between
yeah,
the two.
okay.
with unbelievable amounts of control.
Right.
The thing looks cool as hell
Yeah.
because all of their 3D steampunkery
And we were going through the
Stuff.
images pre the show, weren't we, Lizzie? And they'd done like a bunch of custom.
They
Like,
always do loads of
colourways.
colorways. That's the
which
thing
is
that's really
so
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Okay, and that is £202. Is that right? Okay, very good. The Matthews Effects Technician. This looks amazing.
It's
Yeah.
another like end boss kind of effect.
Lots of end bosses today.
Yeah, man.
Bowser.
Bowser. I just started thinking about Crash Bandicoot.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, it's fine. So
that was
this
Mario,
thing
but-
has got a delay, a reverb, a filter, and a looper. And you can change the orders of how they interact with each other. The delay, you've got digital, reverse, grain, and resample.
Okay,
So-
do we know if it's analog drive-through?
No idea.
We don't know.
Probably
Okay.
not. Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
I'm going to say probably not, and then if it is, then I can correct next week.
Yeah, it's an absolute deal breaker for me.
It's a Daniel Steinhardt deal
Yeah.
breaker.
Yeah.
I understand that, but what I thought it was really cool because you've got the thing that's cool about it. So you've got a digital delay and a reverse delay, pretty normal. The grain is a granular delay that you can modulate in interesting ways. So it splits your signal up into tiny little grains, and then you reorder them.
Like a mood,
Yeah,
like a Chase Bliss
kind
mood.
of. And then the resample is basically taking the grain idea and then splitting it and making those grains jump in
Making
at
beer
different
with it.
speeds. Sorry?
Making beer with it.
Yeah, man. Why not? So you get like an octave up and an octave down that will randomly happen in the feedback path.
Okay, so it sounds like they're sort of stepping their toe into the Chase Bliss world.
Yeah. Because then you've got a
Does
reverb on
not
top
say
of
it's
that.
analog drive-through. FYI, chat.
So the reverb, you have got whole,
Oats.
you've got oats, you've got gluten-free, you've got like...
All on oats. Okay.
You've got a chasm, which...
That's the screenshot,
yeah.
Lizzie, when you do the post with
Yeah.
that thumbs up, please.
Yeah. Chasm, which is really interesting. It's basically their exploration into, let me get this right, reverb based. There's like a feedback matrix that's happening.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's really interesting. And then so it's chasm and then grim. There's a mode called grim,
Grim.
which
Okay.
is
That's brilliant.
the chasm and an octave down. And
Grim.
then grim. And you've also got tremolo and vibrato in there.
Yeah.
You've got a resonant low pass filter and a looper, and then you can modulate where the looper starts and ends,
Right.
and modulate like the maximum time, like that kind of mood, interesting weirdness.
Okay.
And then you can put them in different orders. And
Nice.
control it all via MIDI. And it's got, again, just a beautiful design. All of the push buttons that light up as you push
Yeah.
them. Top tier.
Yeah, it's
Big
stunning.
fan.
Stunning.
Okay.
Big fan.
Okay.
Many
Cool.
things.
Well, yeah, it looks amazing. It kind of reminds me, just aesthetically, of the chroma key
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a similar ballpark.
Very cool. Specific multi.
Yeah.
thing.
That has
Yeah.
got these specific things that you can manipulate.
Yeah. Okay.
Very cool.
Like it.
How much
That
is
is
that one?
£324.
324.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is quite, that is a chunk, but there's a lot in there.
I don't think.
To
Yeah.
explore,
I
you
think
know?
it's. Yeah.
I think it's pretty
that's
good.
Too bad.
Like the chroma, when something's that versatile,
Yeah,
it
hats off.
ticks a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Okay. And then we have the Land Devices Moonbow. I really, really like Land Devices.
They're
I've
very, very cool.
I've got a few things of theirs. I've got a little mini mixer,
Yeah,
Oh,
of
yeah.
theirs, which is wicked.
It looks cool as hell as
Yeah,
well.
really. Their design. So I mean, check out this the Moonbow. It just looks. They've really got their look down. It just looks so cool.
Yeah, agreed.
There's no pedalboard that wouldn't love to have that.
Yeah, the Moonbow's got that kind of retro 70s
Yeah.
scientific
It's almost,
equipment.
it would be. It would look at home in Blade Runner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah,
You're
100%.
looking at the camera and the view thing, go, okay, circle right.
Yeah.
Then it pops up.
Yeah,
That'd be
literally.
great.
More Blade Runner, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Todd
cool.
Roy says, hi, Dan and dudes. G'day, mate. Zuta Lewis says, Dan's here all week. Please try the veal. Haha. Very good.
Yeah, the thing that's cool about it, so it's a low pass or high pass with a resonant control,
Okay.
and then that feeds into a gain stage based off of their mixer
Oh, cool.
that's been pushed further,
Right.
which is really interesting because normally you take a gain stage and you put it before a filter because that harmonic content being pushed into the filter kind of makes the filter resonate more because
Yeah.
there's more going in it. But they've done it the opposite way round. So the resonant edge of that filter gets distorted,
Right.
which just gives a really interesting take to that because then you can put the
That's so clever.
gain sections you want
That's
in
so
front.
clever.
and
All
then
their stuff is so interesting.
It's such
isn't
an
it?
interesting way of doing it.
Yeah.
And then you've got CV control if you have such things.
Yeah. Simon
Very
V.
cool.
I'll come back to that in a second. Simon V. RDJ says, can I point out the Boss RV200 is on sale at Tom Ann for £133. They're usually going for 190.
There you go.
Very cool. Yeah,
Bargain.
there's lots of things at the moment.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of sales, Josh had his
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
midnight live stream
Rostro.
thing sold. I think they sold 4,000 pedals in 2 hours.
Wow.
That is just obscene.
You know,
Yeah.
so he knows how to do it.
Yeah,
You
totally,
know,
man.
it's great. But that's the end of Ross
Yeah.
until the next time.
Yeah.
The next
Are
time.
we having a go next?
No.
No, okay. Fair
No.
enough.
No, we are not.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, for now.
And Strawberry Effects released the ER2 Block 2. So, yeah, we'll have a look at that for next week. That's very cool. And Andrew Jones says, Dan, a little bird told me there might be a few TPS pedals due, asking for a friend for Christmas. Yes, we have 3 things coming out.
3.
3 things.
So that's
2 pedals and a 3rd thing.
So that's a signature Kemper, and
That's mix.
what else are you saying?
Line 6 Spider.
Line 6 Spider, Insane 2.
Yeah.
The
3. Interesting. I know about 1 for certain.
Yeah,
No,
I
I know
know.
about 2. I know the one that isn't that you've just. Yeah.
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 So
I can only think of one.
we've been working on this. One of them been working on for years, and they've just sort of come together at the same time. So, yes, can't wait to get them out to you. They're really interesting. There's really great stories with all of them, and delighted to be working with some really, really special people. with
We
these
can
things.
vouch how insane one of them is. As
Yeah,
well.
one of them
We've
is
had the joy of it being
unbelievable.
around here, and it's going to be very special.
Yeah. Also, there are some. We have our Christmas holiday season bundles on the TheGigRig site now. There's a couple of really cool things. Yeah. So we've got the
Is that your jingle?
G3, buy any G3, and you get obviously free generator, but you also get a free MIDI Synco, which is the little patch bay, which is super handy
Yeah.
for pedal boards. If you buy a Gen X 14, we're including the pedalboard kit, pedalboard building kit, which comes with standoffs and cable ties and the really cool snips and the tape as well, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, the
So-
crazy
yeah.
tape.
Yeah. And the bag that says.
And the bag that's in there. And
Yeah.
also we're we're
pouch.
throwing a TheGigRig beanie in as well.
Yeah.
All the stuff. It's Christmas.
And Dan will come
And
to your
You can
house.
have
Yeah.
Dan, have him.
So there we go. All Things Weatherly says, did you get to check out the Mythos Big Muff? I got one that's fantastic.
Oh, the
New
Stay
favourite
Puffed.
fuzz bike, the Stay
Yeah.
Puffed. No, but I have one at TPS. So I'm
Do
going to
you?
give that a go.
I'm
a bit-
more
I'm a
with the
bit-
name.
Besotted with the Keeley, what's it called? The
Octopi.
Octopi
Have you got
at
another
the
one?
moment. Yeah.
Yay.
Well, I couldn't get that one back.
I've
off
been
you,
trying
so
not to make eye
had to get
contact with
another
you
one.
because I knew you were going to ask for it back, but I've
Yeah.
been avoiding you.
Jake is,
Not showing
Jake
you my
is
board.
genuinely, Jake has been big sad about the idea of having to let go of that octopi.
Oh,
He loves
No,
it so
cheers,
much.
mate.
No, Merry Christmas.
thank you, buddy.
Ah.
Yeah, and you can have it for 3.5% off.
Oh, but
3.5%. That's
Yeah.
great.
Isn't
Go
that great?
on.
yeah.
It's jolly,
It-
jolly Christmas.
We do have a question from David,
Hello, David.
who has said, question for Dan. A couple of months ago on Instagram, there was a video of you playing Matchless with EchoFix EF in the loop.
Yes,
Does this mean that EchoFix can handle M's FX loop signal?
yes.
Full
Yeah, it
stop.
does. So you've got the you need to watch the gain input, but yeah, the effects loop in the Matchless is just outrageous, and it works with that.
Banging.
It's that tape
Perfect.
delay. It's just so beautiful. I was just besotted with that thing. It's so great.
They
So,
really
yes.
know their stuff.
They really do. They
Mm.
really do. So yeah, it absolutely does work with that. It's brilliant.
Naughty.
Okay. Anything else, Lizzie? That before we race ahead.
No, that's all our questions.
Okay.
We've got lots of people. We've got 94 people with us at the moment.
Yeah.
Hello,
Also-
94 people.
Yeah,
Hello.
thanks everyone for joining us.
And the best thing about the Moonbow, it's only 200 quid.
Is it really?
Like, that's actually really surprising.
That is.
It's sold out already because
Yeah, of
it's
course
only
it
200
is.
quid. But it's only 200 quid. Like, that,
That's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I can feel
It's
my...
about 3 pints in London.
I can
nowadays,
feel
isn't it?
my credit card shaking in its boots.
Okay, so we're going to have a quick look at a few things and have a look at some pedal boards. some photos that people have been asking me about, and then we're going to have a quick look at the G3 update.
Oh, those photos
So-
got out, bud.
The first photo someone sent me was this, and it is a photo of Pat Smear's pedalboard
Yeah.
in a video that he did.
It's Chris Shiflett's
with Chris Shiflett.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's season 2 of that. It's really cool. I listened to it. It's both Dave and Pat talking about origin of Foo Fighters from a guitar point of view,
Yeah.
which none of them have really talked about before. Obviously, when Dave's interviewed, it's about him as a songwriter, but it's
Yeah.
all very focused on guitar related and how they split up their parts. It's really
I would
enjoyable.
love to meet Pat Smear though.
Oh yeah, right. He seems like the purest human being on the
He
planet.
just seems like
Have you ever met him? I know you've obviously got a relationship with Shifty, but have you met Mr. Smear before?
I have.
Have you?
Of course. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
What does it smell like?
we were
how's his
we were
hug
invited.
game?
We were so.
How is his hug game? Sorry,
I know
that was a
his
good
hug game.
question.
I know. Yeah, really.
Good handshake?
Strong. Yeah, great. No, I can't say that.
Join us later for the uncut version.
No. So he has been using an Atom on his board. He's got like 4 boards, sort of all different parts around the world. And the picture that came out showed his board that he was using. And people were saying, what's he using the Atom for? Because he's got such a simple setup. The Atom, he's actually using the remote switches to change his Wizard amp. Now, when
Right.
they were playing in Birmingham,
Yeah, I remember you going to that. Yeah.
so I went to that and I got to play his rig and
Do you
play the
remember when
Wizard
that
amp.
Dumble was here? Do you remember?
And that Wizard amp is astonishing.
Is it?
Oh,
I've
man.
not really come
I
across.
was going to say, I'm not
Wizard amp.
familiar
It's-
with that stuff.
It's like
What's it based
all
off of?
all the best hot rodded Marshalls.
Right, sure.
So there's 4 channels in it that he uses, all 4 channels. And so he's got, 4 of the foot switches that control the channels, and then he's got the other top foot switches that kick in effects.
Cool, man.
But yeah, he's got 4 Atoms. He's been using our stuff, and he loves it. And he said thank you so much. That was
Yeah, that
really
was
cool.
really cool
That
to
is
see.
insane.
Hey, Lizzie, do us a favour. Just turn the mics off for 2 seconds.
How do I?
The mute buttons.
The red mute buttons on our channels.
This could go wrong, couldn't it?
This could go wrong. So yeah, it was
Back.
wicked.
Dude.
It
Wow, that was
it was
crazy.
yeah, really
That's
good.
it.
I just learned things.
Yeah, so that's that the picture you see of the Pat's board, that's with an Atom, and that's what he's
Wow,
using.
dude.
And obviously, Chris has got a G3,
Shifty.
which he was using for his solo thing. He uses a bunch of things. He's also got a modeler that he's been using as well. But Shifty loved the G3, and we filmed with him, and it's just the best guy.
It still blows my mind that Foo Fighters use our stuff.
It's the ceiling, isn't it? This truly
That's
is the
just
ceiling.
ridiculous.
So people are asking any lip readers out there.
I was going to say, that's why I was like, cover his face. They're going to be able to lip read.
Todd Roy said the coolest thing for me was seeing Jason Newsted with the D&M drive on his board. Yeah, that's
What? Dude, that's
What?
sick.
Why did you
we
say
didn't
that?
know that.
I literally quote Jason Newsted off of the Some Kind of Monster documentary
Documentary.
on an hourly basis.
fine. Well, there you
So,
go.
That's amazing.
Joe and I play in the same bands together.
2 bands.
And whenever we are staying in a hotel late after a gig, we either watch Star Wars: The Phantom Menace or
None of the other ones, only
yeah,
Phantom,
just Phantom Menace.
Don't know
Like,
why.
on this tour, we'll
What,
start.
just to take the mick out of it.
No, just to
No.
start rewatching all the films, but we
Yeah.
only ever watched Phantom
Oh,
Menace.
okay.
Or we watch Some Kind of Monster, the Metallica documentary.
Yeah, those are the
that,
two main watches.
Yeah. Famously the point
Awesome.
where Newstead leaves the band and they
Okay.
get Robin and stuff.
Jamal Hill Richardson Albini says officially a GigRig G3S owner I've just ordered.
Yay!
Welcome to the family, mate. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
That's so
Absolute
cool.
legend.
That's so cool. Okay, so that was Pat Smear's board. Of course, the main board I just wanted to touch on today is this board. So this is the last board from the incredible Mr. Jeff Beck. So
Again, absolute ceiling. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. So
Diamonds, isn't it?
I was so amazing that we had our switches on Jeff's board for years and years, but the stars never aligned for me, and I never got to see him play.
Oh,
And
did
it
you
is
not?
one of the biggest regrets of my life.
Oh man.
But just having a look. So what's happening is Jeff's guitar collection, his pedalboard, his amps, everything is being auctioned at Christie's on, I think is it the 22nd of January?
Yes, it was.
Lizzie?
Yeah.
2 days after my birthday. I'm just saying, if anyone fancies getting me something nice.
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah.
Now,
and you're 30.
my great hope is that the pedalboard will stay together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you have a look at
I
the
imagine
pedal,
so.
yeah, if you have a look at the pedalboard, we've got a CAE wire on there, the MXR Super Badass, the J Rocket Archer, which is so cool that he was using that instead of his
that's
clone.
cool.
Now,
Wow, what a compliment to
yeah. In the Loopy 2, we've got the MXR Echoplex and the MXR Flanger, and he was using the Loopy 2 to
go between the two.
Yep. And then we got the Vent 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second Loopy 2, we've got the Boss Octave pedal and that's the original ring mod, the original Maestro ring mod.
Oh,
yeah.
I did see
Yeah,
the
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
I was wondering what that.
Now, when I was doing Robin Ford's pedalboard, because Robin's is on this massive Jeff Beck trip at
Right.
the moment, and we used the ring mod from Fairfield
Randy's
Electronics,
Revenge.
Randy's Revenge.
Revenge.
And just seeing that that old Maestro thing, I mean, it's amazing. We've got the Empress Trem, we have a JHS VCR on there, which is really interesting,
Oh yeah, that's a cool pedal.
and also the MXR Talk Box.
Right.
So I'm looking for if you grab that for me,
and
because
there's also as well on there the Space Commander. I think it's what's called. That's the VCR in its newer form.
okay,
For
yes,
what it's worth, just
right.
as we have on there.
So there's the MXR Talk Box, and this may well end up on Robin's board as well.
Oh, cool. And
So-
then that's the VCR updated.
Yeah, right.
Because I think the VCR was signature to someone.
Oh,
and then
yes,
that
it was.
the
And
global,
yes, okay.
the generic version.
With the new tape on it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, the hope is that the ball will stay together.
It would be amazing if it did.
Yeah. I was speaking to one of Jeff's guitar techs who was with him recently, and with him, not too long before the end when he was in Vegas, and it was really interesting because he sent me a picture of the board he was using then. It's very similar, but Jeff was always trying stuff, always.
There's something so cool about those dudes that have been doing it for forever and they're still exploring.
Yeah.
I would say with Robin as
I
well.
just think we all kind of hope we're always going to be there, right?
Yeah.
Like you think of as soon as I think of Jeff Beck, I start thinking of Miles Davis, for example.
Yeah.
Right until the end, Miles was trying to do interesting, different things and exploring things from different perspectives. And I just kind of hope we all, right until the end, we're thinking about things differently and rearranging things and trying new things out and stuff.
I was talking, it was either Robin or Mike Stern I was talking to, but
Too many friends.
so
many friends.
someone, I don't mean to name drop, but this is,
And
but
Gandhi.
So popular.
he was saying that,
And Gandhi.
that Mars walked backstage one day and goes, I don't want to play chords no more. I said, okay, no, it's just grooves. And he just do his thing, But it's like, he just operated on the whole.
different,
Yeah.
different higher plane of
Yeah.
existence.
It was just so cool.
That was a great Miles Davis impression, by the way.
The thing is
That was top tier.
that thing about Jeff, he kept
Someone's
patience, my
hungry. Someone's
pet.
hungry, aren't they?
Yeah.
He kept
That
he
sounds like a
kept it
jet.
playful. It was always playing. I had a really interesting thing seeing David Gilmour the other night at Royal Albert Hall.
Right.
First time I'd ever seen him. And the way he played, I'd never clocked this before, but it was playful. It was still sort of exploring and just having fun, and it was
fresh.
it was such a different attitude to I'm learning this part and I'm going to play it.
Copy and
It was
paste.
like, no, I feel like going up here now.
That's cool
and
as
it's
hell,
still
though.
searching for stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
cool as
oh,
hell.
this
Like-
is cool.
You would imagine, because wow, is there a plane in there?
No. No, it's not yet.
Let's chill
Not
out.
yet.
You imagine with like Floyd, because it's got such a history and everyone knows
Borderline
Floyd,
a religion.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
The
It's-
devotees of like the Floyd.
that you can imagine him going out every night and playing note for note exactly the right thing, because everyone knows those iconic solos.
Yeah, yeah.
But to be still exploring is that's
that's
so
Fresh,
badass.
that is really cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Ian Kerr says, is the conspiracy that Pat Smear plays to the track? No. No, it's so
How
funny.
Dare you?
I posted a video on Instagram. I was side of stage, right? And Josh Fries, they're doing this thing, who was just blowing my mind all night.
Yeah,
Is there
he's the king.
actually anyone better than Josh?
I don't think so. I think there are people on a
level.
level
Yeah, but
in their
dude
own
is-
thing. No one is better than him.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's just...
Because I heard about he covered for Offspring, and they just flew him out, and he just played a show.
Yeah, and
And
he was
they flew
listening
back.
to the set on the
He's-
plane.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I've
he's
heard
that guy, right?
Yeah.
And it was so lovely. His drum tech, a young Australian girl, when we're at soundcheck, Zach got to sit on the kit, and
way.
he got a drum head from the night before.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow, I didn't know that.
they're just the whole crew. Just are the nicest people.
Just love it. Yeah.
Security guard, one of the like a Gracie black belt,
Yeah.
and
Beat you up.
like
Gave you
just
the best
serious
hug.
dude, the best hug, the nicest, like Brazilian, just the sweetest people.
I
but-
remember on that line quickly that we did a rig for Dean Richardson of Frank Hart and the Rattlesnakes.
Oh yeah, cool.
And they were we were talking about Foos because they'd just
Yeah.
done the shows with the Foo Fighters. And I mean, obviously a band like that doesn't sound check. Their
Yeah.
crew does it all. But Dave, like, mate, it might have been all the boys, but I remember him saying in particular that Dave makes sure that he catches the first set of the support of the tour.
Oh, yeah, Dave is always
regardless.
there.
And he booked like an earlier flight
Yeah.
to make sure that he got to
Really?
wherever
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
playing
that
to
would- that
catch
surprised
the
me.
Rattlesnake set.
He would always
Side of stage.
see
Yeah.
their set.
Their first set, yeah,
That's
which I thought
awesome.
was just incredible. Yeah, but sorry, you were saying Pat playing guitar.
Yeah, no. So,
he
so
played guitar.
I did this.
Yeah.
I filmed this little thing that's on Instagram. You can go and see it. It caught a bit of wind, that clip,
Yeah,
because I was so inspired seeing the being at soundcheck and going through the rigs and stuff and seeing how it was all put together, and then seeing this rock and roll band come out and just hammer it. No backing tracks, no modeling. Everything was real. Everything was loud, and it was amazing.
yeah.
And I just put on this thing. It's like, no backing tracks, no modeling. This is how you fight the food.
Just tag me next
And-
time, why don't you?
And it because they had some. I think the bass player had a camper as a backup,
Right.
but he had these two SVTs in racks and going to his amp and stuff, but it was so interesting. People were offended by me saying no modeling.
I think because I think they're
they're defending a position.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah,
there's a feeling that modelers are treated as not justifiable things
Yeah, sure.
by certain people that use real,
Absolutely.
real amps.
And I got to say, if I've ever come across that way, I don't mean to, but I can't make them work for me. I just can't. And also I don't have to.
yeah,
That's the big
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
I haven't had to sit down and go, okay, I'm going to make this camper work for me. I haven't had to do it, so I just have gotten a need to do it. And every time I've had a go. I'm like, yeah, that's just not for me. Great video. Go and watch Rick Beato's latest thing with Tim Pierce. He's just dropped a David Gilmour video, but he did a video with Rick Pierce in the studio where they're trying out vintage Marshalls and stuff with old microphones, and it's amazing. And what Tim says in that video, which really was astonishing, he says, in the studio, you've got the artist there and you're playing for them, said you don't have time to scroll through menus. You've got 3 seconds maximum.
Yeah.
Said they say, can we have it a bit brighter? Well, you've got to go and turn a knob. Just in the studio. So, which is why, and a lot of the session guys that we know in Nashville who use our stuff, all still the real gear. The guys are doing those records are still using the real thing.
Why would you change it?
Exactly. But it's not to say that that's stuff, because you guys use the modeling stuff like almost exclusively.
Yeah.
And it works great for you.
I think there's sometimes there's an implication by certain members of the public online who use real amps
on certain forums
who kind of attack the idea of not using a real amp for the sake of it, without actually trying it, without actually seeing that it can be a creative tool. And at the end of the day, if it sounds good, that should be the end of the discussion.
Yeah,
totally. It doesn't matter how the sound is created if the sound is cool.
Yeah,
totally.
Right. And I think that's why a lot of people.
I'm very sorry to
Lizzie's coming
interrupt.
in.
Yeah.
We've not got super long left. We've still got something else you want to talk about in a couple of questions.
This is the.
I want you to come in with an opinion. I'm like, what?
So I think.
But I think that's where it comes from. So I'm not necessarily saying that's from your perspective, but I think, and it's always one-sided. You never hear people who use modelers attacking analog amps. You only ever hear analog purists attacking.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I did that day.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, and I'm just saying they're bad. I'm just saying this is what they're doing, and it's really cool.
Yeah. But that's, I think people get a little bit.
Yeah. People just, for whatever reason, they start defending a position.
Yeah.
It's like, no, just
we can have a difference of opinion.
And we can, my whole thing is, I've got a 1962 AC30. A model of that amplifier will only ever get as close as possible. But I've got the real thing.
Yeah.
And I can just plug it and turn it up and go, hey, check this out, man. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I have there's a different vibe. Like that amp turns on and the smell of the beeswax and the transformer and all that sort of stuff. It creates a different environment.
Yeah.
And I've got the mattress and all the stuff that I use, and it's like, that's really cool. The biggest thing for me, sorry, we'll get there, Lizzie. I know we've got 12 minutes left. The biggest thing for me, though, was in lockdown and recording my EP. And I swear I tried. I had...
you had like an ISO cab, didn't you?
I had... Well, I got the... what do you call it? The amps that have got the IRs and the modelers and everything, and I sat for 2 weeks trying this stuff, and then it's like I couldn't get the modeler to work. So okay, I get my amps, and then I use IRs, and I got really good IR thing and with great IRs, and just going through them, just no, and then I called B and I said, help me, I just cannot get this to work. He says, you need really good IRs, and he sent me 300 of his IRs. And I went through every single one of them, and after 2 weeks I thought, it's me. I suck. I just cannot connect with this.
But, if it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you, isn't it?
Then a lovely German chap says, I've got this ISO cab, because I'd used ISO cabs before and I hated them because I've always got this weird standing wave.
Yeah.
And this German chap, it'll come to me in a second, but he makes these like ISO cabs to solve that problem. It's like like a wizard with acoustics.
Yeah.
And I tried it out. I swear I put in 25 watt greenback, SM57, put the top on, went into the room. I had the matchless, and I just turned it up and just went ring, and it was like, it was all there.
Sure, man.
And I was like, so for whatever reason, and I'm sure it's me, but I was then able to go and record the tracks for the EP, but I just couldn't make it work with the things. I've seen Rabia do it. I've seen loads of guys do it. I've seen you guys do it, and you make it work, and it sounds great, and that's amazing. But just for me, I just couldn't with everything.
Yeah, I guess in the same way that you see someone, a player like Tosin Abassi, shredding on an 8-string, doing some hybrid picking thing.
Yeah.
Going, this is me
absolutely.
rocking with a Les Paul or a Telly or whatever, does not poo-poo the 8-string fan fret thing,
I felt like there was some healing. I feel like there was some healing
Yes.
Right,
Now
Lizzie,
we're
sorry,
done
we are
on
done
that
with
one.
our
there. We're so sorry.
rambling.
Yes.
On we go.
On we go.
Hit us.
Oh, do you want questions?
Yeah. It's your moment.
From Gav Thorpe, I have a 24-volt broadcast but seem to want a brownie protein. Please tell me that I'm stupid.
No. The protein, which is 2 overdrive pedals in one. You've got the
Blue channel and the green channel.
blue channel and the green channel. The blue channel is a blues breaker, and the green channel is the ODR1.
Yeah.
And they stack beautifully together, and we use it on TPS a lot. It's
We use
not
it with
crazy.
so many boards.
Also, it's such a different thing than, was it the 24-volt broadcast?
Yeah.
So the broadcast is a classic channel strip preamp distortion, and it is so full of character and rich and harmonic, and it's amazing. The protein's different. The protein's more straight ahead.
Yep.
It's not as harmonically complex, which in certain situations is what you need. So yeah, you're not being crazy at all. I think that they're really
More
cool.
is more. More is more.
More is more. So listen, we've got 8 minutes.
What else we got?
Quick
Go on.
G3 soft. G3
Yeah, do you just
soft-
want to touch
Oh,
on
software.
the touch
You've
on
all
the
been
software?
waiting.
Right, so here we go. We have released 757. So Lizzie, if you can just put up the first image. So one of the main things this software update allows you to do is this. It allows you to have 4 stereo lines in parallel. And it also allows you to have 2 separate dry feeds from the split. So one of the things that I wanted to be able to do is have a kill dry on my delays and reverbs. And anyone that's used a proper wet, dry, wet scenario will know that it only works in parallel. So I'll flesh that out for you a little bit. If I kill dry on my delay and reverb and I run them in series, what happens is you don't get any of the attack of the note. What you get is just the delay effect, and then that hits the reverb. But again, because there's no dry effect, what you get is this delayed wet
Splash.
reverb thing.
Right.
When you have them in parallel, you get the delay and you get the reverb, but they are separate. They're not.
Yeah. So you only get the reverb from your note.
You get the reverb from the note, but not the actual note. Having the dry signal around that, you get your original dry signal and then the effects sitting in parallel. So if you imagine your stereo reverb and stereo delay, having those kill dry in parallel with your dry feed going through. Now, what this allows you to do is if you stick a humdinger in the loop of G3, you get true wet, dry, wet with the parallel delays and reverbs and whatever else you want,
Yeah.
hitting the wet only cabs and your dry feed in the center.
That's really
So it's the
cool.
way they did it in the 70s with mixes and stuff.
Yep.
This is a little bit more elegant, I would say. Also, because depending on the effects that you're using, if they're MIDI controlled, you can use the expression pedal. Now, this is the other really important thing about this update is the expression stuff, which I'll get you guys to explain.
So we have learned that not all expression pedals are made the same, and
They're not all made equal.
a lot of people have complained about the fact that like the level of their sweep on the expression pedal only allows it to sort of be at the top.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
what we've added is a full calibration. So now, if you go on the expression settings, you can calibrate the heel and the toe. Wrong way, heel, toe, and G3 will read
Basically takes a measurement. Of
of the
2
top and
points.
bottom position,
adjusts.
and it gives this beautiful sweep that gives you like a true volume pedal kind of experience.
Isn't it wild, the difference between expression pedals?
Isn't it?
It is actually insane.
It's
Not
amazing.
only the values, the
Just the sweep,
log or
yeah.
linear
Yeah.
sweep is ridiculous.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
So this gets rid of all that, because one of the things that we've had from people using different sorts of expression pedals is like we're scratching our heads going, so we'd get these expression pedals and it's like, yeah, okay, so we need a solution to this, and this we found the
And
solution.
even when we were developing G3, we had a small selection, but all three of us were using different expression pedals, and we
Yes.
made it work for the three of them, and then got them out to the masses and tried other stuff, and we were like, wow, this is nothing loud.
Everything.
Yeah.
Gav Thorpe says, silly question, but can it also do 4 mono parallel lines too? Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. You've got 4 parallel lines, and you can say whether it's going to the left or to the right. And then whether you're adding the tri delay line in. If you go on the software update page on the website, which we'll put in the description below, Lizzie, please remind me, and I'll do that after this. It'll take you through it. Now, it's really important, if you're updating from 688,
Yeah.
you can update with your phone. If you're updating from any software before 688, you have to use the web editor, the online web editor.
Yeah.
But if you've got 688 already in there, you can update directly from your iPhone.
Or further for
Yeah,
what it's worth.
yeah.
There'll be a few people that might have versions around 700. 688 has basically
Apple.
Apple with their iOS 17 broke their Bluetooth MIDI SysX transfer that meant it was like the thing that we, and I know that Eventide with the H9 all rely on this protocol, and they just broke it, and they basically went, well, we're in no rush to fix it, so we've had to scramble and fix it our way, and Mike, our software guy, has been an absolute god and rebuilt it and fixed it, but it's sort of a chicken and egg situation that you need to get the update in there first for the update to work, so you need to use the web editor. And lastly, on those notes as well, you need to use Google Chrome with the web editor,
Yes.
not
'Cause
Safari.
Google Chrome's
not
the only one.
Firefox.
Yeah,
Yeah, Google Chrome's the only one with a MIDI SysX protocol.
Yeah,
Others don't
that's
have
right.
it, so it doesn't work. And we've added tap tempo MIDI clock.
yes.
So cool.
Boom.
So cool.
Oosh, oosh,
Yeah.
oosh, oosh.
So it's out there. It's done. It's amazing. Thank you for your patience. Super, super pleased with it. If you need any help with anything, or just email through to support, and we'll
Hey.
get you there. But yeah, it's
Been one hell
it's
of
been
a...
it is
been a
but
journey.
Yeah, it has.
Juggernaut.
It has. But it's very, very, very cool. Right. AS says, just a heads up, the website doesn't work properly on Safari. Lots of links, including support and software update, don't work.
I'll look
That's
into
weird,
that.
because
But,
we're Mac users.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'll have a look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
working earlier.
It was working
so-
The
earlier.
software, when
Yeah.
you updated it, I tried that out on
Weird.
Safari and it worked.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll have a look at that. But thank you. Marcus Reeves is in the house. Reeves Electro. G'day, mate.
Hey, Reeves.
Tried the new, the daughter board series of the. Oh, it's a silicon fuzz we had on the show we filmed with yesterday. Such a wicked looking pedal. Oh man, it sounded amazing. Yeah, really, Marcus is making some very, very special things. Have you seen how he makes his pedals? There's
Yeah, man.
point to point.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I have,
yeah.
yeah.
Just
I follow him on Instagram. I
Just
watch
amazing.
every video.
Yeah, so
Just
do I.
I'm so into it.
yeah. Cool. Lizzie, anything before we go?
No, I will just say we did have one quite big question from Stephen Cattian, but I'm just going to ask if he can email in and you can get back to him tomorrow because it's quite complex.
Okay. Oh,
About
the
different
facet,
things?
the facet fuzz face.
Facet
Marcus
fuzz
says, yes,
face.
it's
Say
really,
that quickly
really
for
cool.
Yeah, so that really quickly.
Yeah, brilliant. Right,
not.
there we go.
Fuzz
On
face.
time today.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you all.
Thanks
I
for
think we
tuning
had
in.
107 people hanging out with us.
That is
Wow.
sick.
Wow.
That's great.
Why
Thank
aren't all of you
everyone.
at work?
Brilliant. All right. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Lyman. Thank you, Ball Boys. Have a fantastic rest of your week. And we look forward to seeing you